Sup guys, it's Kosh and the Renaissance Fighters First Days Guide that will help you to get the right options, invest your diamonds in the right areas early on, so you won't regret that later. Otherwise, you might. So yeah, let's go over basics first really fast. Here you get the stats upgrades. It's pretty straightforward. Get as many things as you can. Here I advise to go for attack power, then basic attack power, then critical damage and boss damage as well. So overall it will be kinda even because the price increase every time you do the upgrade, so it will get expensive pretty fast. So you will be evenly distributing the points here more or less. We haven't got to other stuff yet, so it's for the beginners, really beginners here. As for the boss fights, like overall what I like about this game, that it's automatically fighting the bosses. It's really nice, so you can, if you're strong enough, you can leave the game running and you can progress quite a lot, so that's legit. But you might need some help with the bosses. So right now we did manage to defeat the boss. In this game you don't have health, so you don't have to worry about your survivability, but you have to worry about the damage. So the weapons, increasing your all attack power by some percentage, and obviously you want to get the best one that you can and upgrade it a little bit as well. A little bit, don't overdo it, don't overspend your money on those upgrades. Because first of all, the higher you upgrade it, the higher the chance of failure, so you won't get those extra stats right here, so it's efficient to do it only on the high level tier. Second, you don't really get owned effect for levels of your gear, so owned effect is being awarded to you when you get the item. So once you summon one of those or you combine something new, you're good, you don't need anything after that. So keep it in mind, don't over upgrade, just do it a little bit and move on, specifically early on, because you will get better stuff soon enough. Next one is costume, kinda the same stuff, all attack power and additional gold amount. Once again, get the best one, upgrade it a little bit, just a little bit, just like level 40 or so will be good to start with, maybe 50, I don't know. After that it gets low chance to do that, so it gets too expensive to upgrade. You don't really need that. As for the allies, depending on who you get, I'm not really lucky with those guys. Let's do the summon first, and then we'll go to the allies, maybe we'll get something good. So for the summon, once again, I advise to focus on the weapon and costume summons mostly. And unlike other games where you want to focus on the weapon, here there is no real difference because weapons are doing just the same amount of damage as costumes. Wrong. Weapons are doing a little bit more damage. So the first R weapon is doing 2.7k all attack power. This one is giving us 2000 attack power. So they are like maybe 1/3 weaker or so. So yes, focus on the weapon, but still you will need both of those. So go for the weapon and the gear in your summons. Allies, you just want to get some of those guys to start with, so you will get some team, and you will get them later because they are pretty expensive. So they're like, what, 5 times more expensive, I think. So yeah, it's better to get better gear first. So let's try to get the weapon, bam, hit that guy in the face, and then let's hit that guy in the face few times with auto summon and try to get something good here. Okay, I want to get some armor as well, there we go. So, I don't know, I think we didn't get lucky. Oh, we can get the next summon level soon, so let's do that instead, okay. Screw that, we are going all in. Are we good? Yes, summon level increased, and now when we summon something here, we will get higher chance of the higher tier stuff. Same for everything else, you will need to upgrade it in order to get the high tier gear, because each time you level it up, the percentages will move towards the mythic stuff, so it's really nice. And early on your mythic summon chance is like 0, so you are not there, and at the end it will be there. My god, so uncomfortable. Small buttons, interface isn't really good in this game. So right guys, we got the alien hands, which is a better weapon than what we have. Let's equip it, and it will give us more damage once it will be upgraded though, because right now 22,000. Yeah, it's already given us more stats than the previous one. So let's upgrade a little bit and it will be even better. And that's how you power up for progression. So do the same for the costumes. For the allies, once again, since we haven't summoned anyone, Basically, there are several types of allies, and you can see most of them here in rare, and like on the higher tier, they will just repeat themselves. One of those guys will hit 2 monsters several times during the battle with some percentage of your damage. Another one will hit 1 monster, then there will be gold amount, then there will be attack power bonus, then there will be hit 2 monsters. What's the difference between those guys? There is no difference between those guys. And then when fighting the boss monster, attack power increased. So this one is really good for the bosses and you really need one. And another for the gold amount. Okay. So yes, the summon cooldown is how long those guys will be on the cooldown. And the gold amount for... Oh, this is cool. So this guy is good for farming because he will be on the battlefield at all times. That's legit. And basically, the higher the tier of your ally, the higher will be the stats. But as you enchant them, their stats will increase, and higher tier guys, I think they are more expensive to upgrade. I'm not sure. Yes, they are way more expensive to upgrade. So our rare guy costs 24 of those souls or masks, whatever, to upgrade. And the common guy is only 7. But the stats, those guys are given. So if we will upgrade this Boccaccio instead of the Erasmus, we will get way higher stats early on, I think. So that's actually might be a considerable option to upgrade the common guys early on. But once again, if you're lucky to get someone high tier, use that. I mean, why not? Why not? But yeah, Erasmus is really good for the boss build. I've got some builds ready for you guys here. One mob is like when you're fighting some single mob, but he is not a boss. You will use, where is he? This guy. There we go. The guy who hit 1 monster, and obviously 2 mob is the guy who hit 2 monsters. Smart, right? Alright, so yes, you can use those and you can team them up later on as you will unlock more team slots, but early on that might be the best option. Most important guy is for the boss, because once you get to the boss, he will increase your damage output significantly, and that will help you to push way further in the campaign. There we go, so there is the boss, and when we use this guy, the boss got defeated in 1 hit because I think we got the critical in. But yeah, that will improve your boss performance basically and allow you to push forward. Another thing you might want to do if you want to get more income other than the idle income that can be leveled up only with your title, that will give you extra stats as well, you can download the... Another thing that you can actually do, guys, is to increase your offline time and offline gains, since it only can be upgraded with your title. Title actually gives you extra stats as well, nice stuff to level up, always work on that, is to download LD Player with the link that's down there in the video description and install this game on the PC with Android emulator, and that will allow you to actually gain offline progression online, so you won't have to get your phone on all the time and you will get all that income over there. Pretty useful. Advise you guys to do that. Now, how do you use your specific skills? We already figured out that the boss fight is useful during the boss fight, so when you get there, and you can get Mona Lisa here to smash one of the levels to gain extra gold and that kind of stuff, but usually just to get to the boss faster. So bam, then you use this guy, and hopefully we will be able to defeat him. Oh yeah, it's all about luck and your criticals. There we go. So just like that, you plow through the game. Now let's move on to the events and dungeons. Events are venture. This one is over. They're time limited, so make sure to do them in time and just do what you can with them. Do your best. Probably you need specific guides for specific events. And here are the dungeons. Leaning Tower of Death is pretty straightforward. You push as far as possible and get rewards for that. The rewards are stated on the left. Those guys are the bosses. They're being destroyed really fast, so you can use auto try here, which is really nice because I really like the fact that the game have a lot of quality of life improvements here that will allow you to push forward so much easier. And keep in mind, if you have several enemies here, they act as one, so you still have to defeat the single enemy in that case. It's not the multi-enemy fight. I think those guys are considered single target fellas over here, so we got 6.9 damage there. Let's see if that will be different. Yeah, it actually is giving us probably even more damage right here. So yeah, for those guys, don't use the boss build, use the single target build. There we go. We learned it the hard way. The gold dungeon is a little bit different than other gold dungeons in other games. Here you get buff to your gold gain in the game. You don't get gold straight away, you just get the buff, which is unexpected. So try to climb as high as possible, take out as many enemies as possible. You get boss and 2 minions here, so you can use either 2 mob team over here or 1 mob depending on how it will go for you. You gotta experiment because depending on your power, different builds might be better than others. Why do we have sounds going through? I muted everything. That's weird. So here, for example, those fellas in front are really hard to defeat, so we can't really beat it right now. But in this scenario, if you can defeat the normal monsters, you need 2 enemy damage team. So yeah, that might be good. And you get the gold as well, but the main fact that you get the buff here. So if you can't beat someone, you can skip, basically go through the levels and get that gold for free for your upgrades. Next one is Carriage Dungeon, basically the same stuff. You defeat the single target. I think it's not the boss as well, I'm not sure. And basically, yeah, you just destroy it as fast as you can and go for the higher tier ones when you can as well to get more diamonds from this. So yeah, using the boss damage build here is a bad idea as well, so use the single target one. Because boss damage, as you can see, is doing way less damage and it's not efficient. And the protein dungeon, here you can't get any team, so you just have to enter it with your most powerful build, whatever, and do your best to destroy... Oh, you can punch this thing as well, that's cool. So do your best to destroy whatever you can, like do as much damage as possible. I don't know if punching this actually does anything, but we'll try to do this. There we go, we got the new high score. That will give us more protein that we can use later on. Once again, if you don't want to go for it, you can skip it and get protein straight away for your upgrades. And if you're stuck and you really want to push forward, you can use those buffs like attack power times 3 for 50 minutes, gold amount or fever mode damage. Basically, your main thing is attack power for the bosses. Fever mode is good for cleaning out the areas and getting that loot. So yeah, those are the main things. Other than that, you have to collect quests all the time and everything else is pretty straightforward. So the main thing is getting the right team, getting the right upgrades here and doing stuff in time. If you have extra tips for Renaissance fighters, let me know down below in the comments and let me know what you think about this video. The comments will help to promote it in YouTube algorithm and likes as well. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more idle and incremental game content and check out the video description for LD Player for automatic playing idle games on the PC, my Discord, social media and my other YouTube channels. I have 3 of those running right now, which is crazy. Other than that, guys, thank you very much for watching. That's about it for now. Stan Kosh out. Have a good one. Bye.